Welcome to part 3 of our series. In this video, I will give you your 4-pronged plan of intention and action so you can begin to transform your life. I started by looking at what wasn't working in my life, the symptoms, and working backward to find their underlying cause. Here's what I mean. For me, the 2 biggest problems were my lack of money and the resulting debt, and making poor relationship choices. Then I asked myself, why was it happening? With regard to my career, I had a thriving practice, lots of clients, and I was never really a big spender, so why was I broke? Why did I invite chaos and negativity into my life in the form of unhealthy relationships? Because of the deep-seated beliefs I held about myself. If I really, deep down, thought I deserved better, I would have required it. This concept was easier to understand when it came to relationships, but not so easy when it came to money. On the surface, I thought it was the economy or just my crappy luck. Perhaps it was to a degree, but honestly, it was just more chaos and a manifestation, or symptom if you prefer, of how I saw myself, as in, not enough. If I doubted my own worth, how could I claim it? Okay, so I discovered and named the source. I did that piece of work for you, and I'm happy to pass it along to give you the starting point. Now, it's your job to accept this truth, fine-tune it to fit your specific situation, and make the commitment to put the plan into action and heal yourself. It's a large undertaking, but it's entirely doable. And it bears repeating. How or why we originally acquired these feelings of low self-worth is irrelevant for now. Because regardless of how they got here, here we are. And now it's up to us to fix it. So it really is all about us, and admitting that we're at the center of our issues. So doing this, acknowledging that how we see ourselves is the root of our issues, rather than blaming outward circumstances or someone else, gives us the power to change. If someone or something else is the cause of our issues, then there's nothing we can do to change anything. Taking ownership means taking back our power. This part is crucial. You must own it. So now what? Now we fix it. 1, we've named the source so you can begin the work of healing, rewriting your deep-seated internal beliefs. 2, you'll clean up any messes you've made. 3, you'll reduce or eliminate what isn't working in your life. And 4, you'll introduce or expand what is working in your life. Moving forward, as the healing takes hold, good choices and positive movement will become more and more intuitive, and a self-perpetuating upward spiral will take hold. Your thoughts, words, and actions will be in service of your very best self and fulfilling your dreams. It will become second nature. Make a list of what isn't working in your life. Start with the big things. What are you doing that you need to stop doing? Write it down. Now, what aren't you doing that you need to start doing? Write it down. You'll apply these things to your personal 4-pronged plan. They will become the promise you make to yourself, your mission statement. Now, here's a tip. I strongly suggest writing it out with pen and paper longhand because it connects you more deeply to the work. Rule number 1. Now, this was mine to use as an example. No relationships of any kind with men for 1 year. None. No dates, no flirting, no phone calls, not even hanging out platonically with male friends, because they also offered attention and externally fed my damaged ego. It was absolute. No relationships, no men, period. They were part of the problem, and they were also a distraction, and I could afford neither. So they were the first thing to go. I was officially and completely off the market. For yours, what will you let go of that isn't serving your higher purpose? What needs to go? Are you overspending? Are you talking smack about yourself and others? People-pleasing or tolerating unkindness? Smoking, overeating, or another self-destructive behavior? Get very specific. Use my example in the blog, which I will link in the description below. You'll find a template there you can use. Now, in this part, if it's more than one thing, you'll fill it out more than once. Rule number 2, focus inward and practice self-care. Now, I never really developed a true sense of self or figured out who I was as an individual. You'll need to get to know yourself and be autonomous. You will also be kind to yourself, practice self-respect, maintain a healthy lifestyle, and there will be no more negative self-talk. You will stop putting yourself down and calling yourself names, not even in jest. Like the saying goes, if you have nothing nice to say, you'll say nothing at all. If you're going to change the way you feel about yourself, you must treat yourself like you are important and worthy, and you must rewrite your internal dialogue. Now, this is a process, so if and when you let something slip out, stop as soon as you realize it. Look in the mirror if you can, but breathe and tell yourself this: I'm sorry. That was unkind. It's simply not true. I deserve much better. Please forgive the mistake. I will do better next time. I am amazing. Forgive yourself and breathe. Rule number 3. This was mine. Now, many years ago, in 1998 to be exact, I chose to work in holistic wellness. It's a field that I loved, but in practice, I had never really enjoyed. I would now allow myself to be fully focused on developing and nurturing my career, to let go of the parts I didn't love and pursue and expand the parts I was passionate about, to continue my education and become an expert in my field, to know my own worth and to claim it. Taking control of my debt also came under this heading, and if you need to clean up messes in your life, we'll address this further in an upcoming video. So what will you begin to create? What steps will you take to live your dream and achieve your higher purpose? What will you do every day to live in service of making it happen? If it's more than one thing, fill this part out more than once too. Again, you'll find a template for this in the blog link in the description below. And rule number 4, we will get to that in an upcoming post called Seeing Through the Eyes of Self. So that's it. That's the basic outline. Simple, but not necessarily easy. Now, if you're choosing to do the full program, I did it for an entire year. Yes, 1 whole year. We are talking about very deep healing. So whatever time frame you choose, the entire time will be devoted to helping yourself heal. Mind, body, spirit, and craft. Take some time with this part, the next 2 weeks if you need it. Get quiet, sit with yourself, do some real soul searching. These are true commitments you're making to yourself, and you owe it to yourself. It's time. Thank you so much for joining me today. I would love it if you would consider subscribing. Hit the bell icon to get a notification every time I post a new video. Like, comment, share, I look so forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.